Girls are doing girlfriend things and they're not even a girlfriend.
I love that.
I am that type of person.
What's wrong with that?
I feel like it don't get me nowhere. I'm already a giver and a lover, so therefore...
So you're not doing girlfriend things, you're being yourself. That's what I'm trying to say.
But it's still doing girlfriend things.
No, it's not. You labeled it that.
Girlfriend
if
stuff.
you're
for example,
naturally doing something that you would naturally do on a regular day for somebody that you actually like and care for, that's you being you.
Yeah.
You people label it girlfriend things because like, yo, you're not going to tell me you're naturally a carer and a giver. So you're naturally doing caring and giving about anybody that you like. No matter how much they might not like you, naturally, you're still going to do the most because that's who you are.
No, I'm cutting back. I'm tired.
Tell me the girlfriend.
I'm cooking. I'm cleaning.
Because you know how to cook and clean.
I'm doing stuff that I don't think I should be doing.
Let me ask you a better question. Why are you doing it? Because you like me.
But you don't think that's too much?
No, you're a woman.
So what? A woman should always do these stuff? Guys get comfortable. When y'all get comfortable, y'all get so used to the fact, okay, she's gonna always do. So if I'm always continue cooking, I'm always continue being me, doing what I normally do too early, basically. You're already comfortable like, damn, I don't need to wife her or do this because she already, even if you wanted to be in a relationship and you don't want to be in the relationship right now, you'd be like, I don't need to ask her to be my girlfriend because she's gonna do it regardless. Exactly.
That is true. Label it girlfriend stuff. No, you're doing it because you like him, not because you're his girlfriend or not. You're doing it because you like him. That's what innately, it's what you do.
Ladies, do you think it's okay as a woman to perform wifely duties for a man that has not married you, a man you're just dating? What are your thoughts on that? Is that something you were doing or is that something you are against? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Why should you be performing wifely duties for a man that hasn't married you? A man that has not made you his wife? We've all heard stories like you're cooking, taking care of everything his needs, basically playing house, and yet there is no ring, no commitment, no real next step. If you talk too much, the most they can do is a shut up ring. That's if that man is not really interested in you.
The guy is married or in a relationship, then the girlfriend cooks something.
You're going to cook for your boyfriend?
Oh, but girl, you know if you cook for your boyfriend.
Huh?
As I saying. So if you're in a relationship, you don't cook for your boyfriend.
Why should I? Why should I cook for you? Can't you cook?
No. Even if I can cook and you pay me a visit as my girlfriend.
Pay you in a visit, so you have to cook for me.
Hey, madam.
Why should I cook for you? Why?
Okay. It is not by force to say you have to cook.
Girlfriend, I'm going to do her wife duties.
But the question is, if you don't cook for me, how do I even know that you know how to cook in the first place?
And when you get married to me, you will know that.
Please, if you are not able to do it yesterday, you can't do it tomorrow. Which one is you can? You
no.
Cook for me.
So girlfriend, and I'll come to do wifey duties.
You, of course, you have to show some stuff like, okay, yeah.
Show what stuff?
Like, this is what I'm made of. You understand? You need to give me a preview.
No.
It's like a movie.
When you get married to me, you know those stuff.
Hello fam, welcome back to my channel. How you all doing? Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. Today's topic is quite controversial because people have different opinion regarding this. It's about a woman performing wifely duties for a man that hasn't married her, a man that has not made her his wife. Because they are dating, she sees reasons to cook, clean, do other house chores. Do you think it's right for a woman to do that? If you have a different opinion, that's okay. Feel free to leave that in the comment section. But we will be focusing on why you shouldn't do that, because I'm of opinion that you should not do that. What are wife duties and why it is a problem for you to do them early? For those of us that don't really know what wifely duties are, let me break it down. Wifely duties entails cooking, cleaning, providing emotional support, and contributing financially, especially everything you would typically do in a dedicated marital partnership. Things you do in marriage, you're not doing it in the relationship. That is exactly what I'm making reference to as wifely duties.
Don't do wife duties for someone before they make you their wife, or a long-term relationship, whatever you want to call it. That is sleeping with someone, that is creating comfort in their home, and that is cooking their meals. Don't do that. It's a female manipulation. What you're trying to do there is you're trying to overperform wife duties in order to get husband duties from him. So when you do all those three things, you're expecting provision. and protection from him, but don't do that. He's not your husband, and it's going to leave you with an exchange-like relationship before having agreed to the fact that you guys are life partners. So you would have overperformed these wife duties. He's accepted them, and then when he doesn't give you the protection and provision that you were trying to so elegantly manipulate him into, you are shocked and you're upset. Don't do those things unless someone has given you that title or has had that conversation or has moved forward with that. If you want to cook for him, go to restaurants, cook for your friends, do it in an atmosphere of everybody else doing it. You don't owe him to sleep with him. You don't owe him to make comfort in his home. And if you do those things, that's off your own back, and don't expect for him to provide for you, to pay your bills, or to look after you.
Some people out there might not see any problem with any woman assisting their boyfriend with all these chores. It might sound like, oh, you're being supportive. Why are you guys together if you're not going to support him? However, the problem arises when you find yourself performing all this responsibility for someone who hasn't made a formal commitment. You don't know if this man's intention is to be with you or not, and you're giving him all them services. This situation can lead to feeling exhaustion. You might feel exhausted, and if that man is not a good person, you might start feeling like you're not being appreciated. That's if he's not appreciating you, if he's feeling entitled, because some men can easily feel entitled. And you might also feel trapped because you have invested a lot into that, so it makes it hard for you to want to leave the relationship. You already have a reason to stay put, and you would start pushing to make it work when it's obvious that you're not supposed to be there because of the person you're in a relationship with, and obviously how the person is treating you. But because you've invested your time, your resources, and your emotion into that relationship, you're now hell-bent on making it work. What is the real issue with that? It's not about your kindness or your willingness to help your partner. Please, let's don't mix things up here. No one is saying you shouldn't help your partner. Rather, it's the fact that you're putting effort into someone who isn't reciprocating it in the manner that it's supposed to be reciprocated. You get what I mean? To be frank, without genuine commitment, there is a significant chance you may end up being taken for granted. True. There's no two ways about it. If someone is not committed and you're overdoing, the person will not appreciate your effort. Because to them, I didn't ask for it. She's doing too much. Maybe that's who she is. She wants to help. Let her go ahead. So they wouldn't see any need to appreciate your effort. So this is one of the reasons why you shouldn't do that. Women that find themselves doing this and not being appreciated, it does have emotional and mental toll on them. Engaging in a wifey duty for a man that hasn't made commitment, a man you're not sure of his real intentions towards you, can be emotionally and mentally taxing. It can be draining. You must invest significant amounts of your time, energy. Women that do this invest significant amounts of time, energy, affection, with the hope that eventually what they're doing might lead to marriage. I mean, the situationship they are in with the man might lead to marriage. However, the reality is often different, quite different. Because I'm not saying that if you decide to perform wifely duties, the man will definitely not marry you. No, we've seen cases that are different. But the chances of him not being with you is high. That is for women that their aim is to get married. I know not everyone is being enticed by marriage. Not everyone is interested in marriage. I know some people might be quick to say in the comment section, why must a woman be looking forward to getting married to a man? I know people are in different world. People see things differently. I'm making reference to people that really want to get married. Their aim is to get married. So these are the people I'm talking about here in this particular video. So like I was saying, if you invest all them stuff and this man does not marry you, it's crazy. You will feel used. You will feel exhausted, undervalued. Like the negative emotions are a lot. And then you start asking yourself, how did you even find yourself here in the first place? Like, how did you get here in the first place? Just to avoid questions like this, make sure you get it right in the first place. Don't jump the gun. It is a stepwise process. Take it one step at a time. Don't jump the gun.
Understand that, ladies, sometimes you want to be a wife so bad that you become one to a man that's yet to earn it. And one of the biggest wifely qualities you do for a man that is yet to earn it is you offer him unconditional acceptance and love. And so because you feel like the biggest qualification you have is loving through trauma, loving through the bad times, seeing the good in people, you ignore the fact that this person ain't for you. You should never have to beg a man to appreciate the good things you do for him and to reciprocate it back to you.
It's very important for me to say this. If that man isn't giving you a wifey commitment, if he's not treating you like a wife, if he's not doing things that a husband is doing or a husband is supposed to do, and that's your relationship, why should you be giving him wifey treatment? Like, check it. It's not balancing. It's not on the same level. Doing that, you're just cheating yourself by yourself. You are cheating yourself by yourself. So please, there's no point doing that. There's no point wasting time on that. Channel that energy. If you feel like you have too much energy in you and you want to do something for someone else, channel that energy and do for yourself. Take back your power and empower yourself. If you happen to find yourself in such a situation, I would say you should stop it. Don't do that further. Don't carry on with what you're doing. Value yourself. Put yourself first. It's very important. Channel that energy into you, into your personal growth, like I already mentioned. It's important. Use the time and energy you've been investing on him, or the time you're using to focus on those chores and all them stuff you're doing, put it on you. Personal growth. Prioritize your self-care. Even if it's going to mean using the money to go to a spa to treat yourself, you are adding to your life. Even if it means having dinner, taking yourself out, solo travel, do it for yourself. Your cells are going to be happy. Let it be that you invested that time, that money on yourself, and should anything go wrong in that relationship, you're not really going to feel like you are at loss that much. So value yourself, put yourself first, and spend quality times with friends. That's if you have good friends out there.
Ladies, know your values. Stop trying to prove your values to a man. You don't have to prove it to anyone. Either they like you or they don't. Never try to convince anyone of your worth. If a person doesn't appreciate you, they don't deserve you. Respect yourself and be with people who truly value you.
The truth here is this: it's not about what you do, the amount of the things you do. If a man is not ready to commit, he's not going to commit. When he is ready to commit, he will willingly commit. So don't think by doing all them stuff you can make him change his mind. It might work on some people, but not on everybody. There is no need for you to plead, overextend yourself, or demonstrate your value through traditional roles, rather than offering everything to that man without reservations. Concentrate on becoming the best version of yourself. Should that not work, then other people can see you. You have other chances to meet better men if the one you're in doesn't work, rather than soaking yourself, sinking into the relationship and losing yourself in the process because you're trying to please a man. Please don't do that. Always remain an individual in your relationship and in your marriage. I'm not saying that you should remain an individual and become self-centered and selfish. If that man is a good man, be an individual that has value for herself, that has her own life, that has her own thing going for her. Then extend that grace to the relationship, because you don't want to lose yourself in the process, all because of relationship or marriage.
You introduce sex, or you allow yourself to become entangled emotionally. You give too much too soon. You give too much too soon. Then it's difficult to cut it off when it's really not going anywhere. It's really not going in the place it's supposed to go. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people who look good on the outside, but on the inside, they are a ball of mess. They're completely shattered in a million different pieces. And so you don't know that until you give yourself time to talk to them and get to know them and realize they are not ready to be in a relationship. They are broken. It doesn't mean they're not kind. It doesn't mean they're not good. It just might mean they're not good for you because of where they are in this season of their life.
If you're always giving a man everything he wants, you just give and give. Consequently, he will always expect to take from you. And don't misunderstand me, okay? Selfless love is a wonderful ingredient for healthy relationships, but sometimes you also need to learn to be selfish and think about your own needs. It's like breathing. If you're always exhaling and you never take a breath for yourself, eventually you'll end up running out of oxygen and perish.
Let's talk about signs that show that you might be doing too much in that your relationship without commitment. If you find yourself consistently cooking and cleaning for the man, yet he hasn't made any significant effort to return the favor.
I'm going to tell you if you're investing too much into your relationship and why you need to stop. It can be really hard sometimes when you are the one investing in a relationship as a woman, because it just breaks you down gradually over time, and he doesn't want the same things and you don't know what it is, and you keep giving him excuses for everything he does. But this is a really tangible tip that I'm going to give you. Look at your text conversation. And I know it's not all about text and conversations and all this stuff, but look at your text conversations. If you're leaving messages like this, describing your day, asking him how he is, and his is like, okay, cool, or yeah, that's funny, you are investing too much energetically into that relationship. And everyone's going to comment, especially men, saying, what, maybe he's just a man of few words. If he is a man of few words and you have seen that you're investing so much into the conversation and he's okaying you, if he is a man of few words and you pull back and you start to give him the same type of interaction, he will then see you a lot. You will just then interact a lot. My husband is somebody who doesn't text a lot, but he's certainly calling me all the time. He's certainly trying to see me all the time. So you'll be seeing him all the time. You'll realize he's just not a texter. But more likely than not, when you pull back and you stop investing so much energetically, because it is your energy, it's your thoughts. You have just spilt something out onto the page. You've told him how you feel. You've told him about your day, and there's no reciprocation, no reaction. Then you're going to ask me why you have low self-esteem. This is why you have low self-esteem, because you keep putting into something that is not flourishing. You keep putting into something that doesn't want you back. You keep trying to push energy where it's not needed and it's not flowing. So stop it. Give it back the same. It's a very tangible way to see if you're doing too much, and it's not good for you.
It's not even about cooking and cleaning alone. If you provide a man with emotional support during tough times, maybe when he's low, you're there for him, but he fails to reciprocate that support when you need it, when you are down, that man is not there for you. He doesn't even care about what you're going through. That man is a leech. That man does not deserve you, honestly. You are doing too much. And then when you try discussing commitment with this man, but he tends to avoid it, and he just pushes it away and gives a different response. Or maybe, I'm not ready, I'm waiting for a big thing to come true for us to. Some people might genuinely be waiting for a big thing. Maybe they want to make a certain amount of money and they're waiting for a contract to pull through. Those are not the people I'm talking about. We as women, we can tell if a man is into us, if a man really wants us. We can tell. We're all humans. We're all humans. It's not rocket science. We can tell. So if you know inside of you that this man is not really into you, but you're the one making the effort, pushing, giving yourself false hope, those are the people I'm talking about. When something is clear, they're writing on the wall, but we are refusing to read it and acknowledge it. Those are the people I'm talking about. So if you are being there for him, but he is struggling to be there for you, you are doing too much. You are obviously doing too much. If you're the type of woman I have explained in this video, doing too much, I think it's time for you to take a step back and pull back your energy, because you deserve better. It's obvious that man does not value you, and you need to know your worth and set boundaries. Setting boundaries is very important, and boundary setting is something I've been speaking a lot about on this channel, because you cannot improve, you cannot level up, you cannot be a better version of yourself if you don't set boundaries. Boundaries help you to prevent BS from people. It doesn't have to be your man, from people around you. Boundary is a protective covering. That's if you stick to your boundary, if you set the right boundaries and stick to them, they serve as protective covering from BS.
Hey girl, setting boundaries is the ultimate self-love move. It's like saying, I value myself enough to not put up with this nonsense. By laying down what's cool and what's not, you protect your peace and build that self-esteem up. It's about knowing your worth and not settling for anything less. When you set those boundaries, you're not just protecting yourself, you're teaching others how to treat you. It's a powerful way to remind yourself and everyone else that you're not here for anything less than respect and genuine connection. So don't be afraid to walk away from situations that don't honor you and your worth. It's all about setting the tone for the kind of life you want to live, surrounded by people who lift you up and respect your boundaries. Remember, you're worth every ounce of self-respect you demand.
So set boundaries in that particular relationship you are in that you're giving too much. Know your worth and know when to leave. It's always important for you to know when to leave. Set the right boundaries. And if that man is breaking them boundaries, he has no respect for you. It's going to be clear that you are in the wrong place, especially for women that are second guessing, women that are not even sure if maybe not this minute they are sure, next minute the man has changed. But if lukewarm kind of man is difficult to deal with. Set boundaries and his true color is going to be out there for you to make the right decision. So don't let anyone use you or trample on you. Know your worth. You deserve better. Selfish men are usually the ones that collect from women, that use women. So if you're interested in watching a video on how men can be selfish and how they use women and their fellow men, calling them out, click this video here, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.